YouTube, this is Stray Classics coming at you once again with some deck ideas and with some strategies and what to do. But my last video I showed you a deck profile of, I believe it was TG, which I don't know if I'm going to run that at all. It could be up for sale, it could not be. If you like the deck, let me know. I can give you an offer on it, and I can go from there. But there's a few cards I'd like to talk about today. And, well, not really just cards, but like decks and ideas on them, which that's what I'm getting ready right now. But once again, there are going to be a lot of Dark World format cards and a lot of like agents. I know for sure will be there. And Fortune Ladies for the Win just sent me a text message. Sorry, I can't answer it right now because I'm in the middle of a video. But there are a lot of cards right now that people are just not looking at, and I'm looking at them right now, and it's a shame because it's such a powerful idea of what these cards can do. But I'm gonna get to that like later in the show. But let's talk about this. I'm gonna bring it to the floor so you see what's going on down here, and this is what I got. So anyway, sorry, it's not for the viewing pleasure right now, but it's about to be. But anyway, I'll tell you, the 6 Hams are up there because of, I'll let you know. But first off, Tengu. A lot of people play this card. It's a really good, great competitive card. If you don't have it, run Mystic Tomato or Shining Angel. I know it's not the same. I know it's because of battle, and, you know, I know the reasoning. But if you don't have it, you can always run something different. You don't have to run it, but it is strongly encouraged and advised. Other stuff. Christia and Grapho, the Dark World ideas, you know, it's kind of weird because the way I look at it is that both of these cards were structure decks, or starter decks, whatever you want to call them. And they both revolve around the Leviair combo, except this one uses Tour Guide and this one doesn't. This one uses Venus. It's an interesting strategy how one costs like $70 and the other one doesn't, and it's the same shit. But you know what? I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not running it, so y'all can go spend y'all's money on it. But, you know, they're still good decks. There's still ways to beat these decks. So don't just think because you don't have these, you can't win. One good thing that goes against these, you heard me say it before, Gemini Imp, Card Ejector, DD Crow, Kaiku. Those work well against this. And Side-In, just like Light Imprisoning Mirror, and stuff that locks down the light idea. You can also do like if you can get Venus away from them and use Compulse on their Leviair, that's a game for you. Anti-meta wise, Gadgets and Glad Beasts. There's a reason why they're coming back, and that's not because it's not because they got hit hard with the MST thing, but I still think Glad Beasts haven't lost their touch. The same thing with these other cards, which is kind of weird. All right, but Gadgets and Glad Beasts. Another discussion I'd like to talk about is the idea of purchasing a deck for $500. Yeah, I get it. You want to win at Nats, you want to win at Regionals, you're going to do whatever it takes to become a good player. But you don't have to invest $500 into this. As you can see now, the deck isn't going to go anywhere. The deck is destroyed. The deck is... Well, it's not destroyed because of the ban list, but, you know, it took a hit. It took a nice little shot to the crotch. It lacks the consistency and the speed that it used to have, which is why people don't run it. Now to the deck that I honestly think can take Nationals. Let me see if I can do this right for you. This is an optional deck, and it's Junk Doppel. That's what I like to refer to it as. You have the Quick Draw Dandelion combo with your Drill Warrior and your Loop. There you go. If you have the Raikou to mill the Dandy Warrior and the Treeborn Frog. Treeborn Frog is optional. You don't have to run it. I understand. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I'll show you why in a minute. You can pop out Raikou to bring out Frozen Fits with the Junk Synchron. That's a bitch to get off the field, because even when it goes to the grave, you can just ditch one, and there you go. He got him back. Another thing is if you don't have Frozen Fits or you don't want to make Frozen Fits, Junk Synchron, Raikou, Special Summon Junk Servant. I don't know if y'all know what Junk Servant does, but his effect basically means if you have Junk Synchron on the field, you can Special Summon him from your hand. And that gives you a Trish automatically, which, who doesn't like Trish? That's an amazing card. Another thing is if you do this combo and you have Doppel in your hand, you Special Summon a Doppel as well. And that works. That's a great combo as well. You can also go into Gachi Gachi right there. If you don't want to use that, if you want to go into a 7-star, or if you happen to have Treeborn in your grave, you can Special Summon Treeborn, and you already have 5 monsters on the field with your only normal summon of Junk Synchron. You can go into Gachi Gachi along with a Stardust, or along with some other level 8 that you like. You know, the deck is very diverse, and it's very versatile, and it has a lot of good opportunities and good points that you can do with it. What I've done so far is I'm looking into getting tunings for this deck. It works. As of right now, with the tunings added in, it's like a 29 card deck right now, which lets me keep room for all the miscellaneous random cards that I like to throw in there that can stop my opponent big time. As you can see, I did not show you any traps. That's because I plan on running either take out my Treeborn and run whatchamacallit. God dang it, I can't think of the card name. The trap card that stops all other traps. Yeah, that trap card. I'm gonna think of it later. But I'd like to run that. But if I do, I'm gonna take out the Monarchs because this deck does have a potential Monarch build to it. But the Treeborn Frog does stop if that trap is on the field. You can also run Treacherous with your 1 trap to destroy those 2 monsters, which can get out of the way. You can run Forbidden Lance. You could run a lot of spells with this deck. That'll make it extremely powerful. Enough jizzing on the Junk Doppel. Decks that I'd like to see are X-Sabers and Lightsworn. X-Sabers didn't really get hit. Lightsworn got a JD back. Why are we not running these decks? Oh, because Tour Guide. I get it. It's a good card. It's fast play. But a lot of people are going to be running it. So a lot of people are going to be defending it. Go with a choice that you already know how to play. You know how to win. You don't have to resort to the more competitive style. You don't. You can win with this. You can win with this. You can win with both of these decks. It's possible. I've seen it done before. Now, you could have a different variation of it, but you could still win. Alright. Yep, that's basically what I feel about this format. There's a lot of decks that go... Sorry, I have Super Saiyan here right now. But there's a lot of decks that go really under the radar. And all you have to do is think about them. You don't have to sit here and play the Dark World deck. Now, it's a good deck. It really is. I'm not going to say that it's not, but I don't run Dark World. I don't like the style of it. I run it too aggressively. I'm like, ooh, I can diss and I can special and I can go all out, you know? But I don't like that. I'd rather run my Junk Doppel, in which I can normal summon a card and get 15 on the field that I've already used. That's my style of play. Now, with the new X-Seeds coming out and everything, that's going to be hot. There are going to be differently innovative ways which can go with these decks, which can go with TGs, which can go with Lightsworn, which can go with X-Saber, which can go with Dandy Warrior, which can go with some of that stupid, weird, banished water crap. You know, that's all possible. So is the same, they even brought Dark World back. That's a proof that even, probably, right now, you know what, I challenge a lot of you to make a Crystal Beast deck and realize that you could summon so many Utopias after you activate Abundance with it. You could throw out all your Pegasuses and Topaz Tigers, and you could swing for game, and you could defend. Even if you don't get game, if they negate your attack, you can go into Utopia like crazy. You can even go into Roach. There's gonna be so many more plays that you can make with all these past decks that people aren't gonna realize. And you know, it's crazy. It's gonna be an outstanding format. with these new cards coming into play. It's going to be just like Synchro Summoning when that was activated. But that's my feeling on this format. I think a lot of decks are going under the radar, but you know what? We don't have... The Yu-Gi-Oh world isn't really filled with the brightest thinkers, but, you know, we got some here and there, which is who top. But, you know, that's life, you know? You can't really do anything about that. Big shout out to WK Dad. I know you're feeling really discouraged about how you're doing and playing wise, but you know what? Everybody has their ups and downs. Everybody has their bad days. Everybody has their good days. You just have to keep your head held high and just keep on competing. You're going to get there eventually. Just maybe now isn't your time, but later on or maybe in the near future, it'll happen. You're a good player. I see the way you build your decks. I see how you help out the community. You're definitely a plus, so don't get discouraged about yourself. Another shout out to Asian Persuasion and his friend Kyle. This is Kyle, you gave me this deck inspiration with running yours. And you know, I don't agree with some of the things you put into it, but you know what? That's your build, and that's a cool build. I like my style, but I'm piggybacking off of your idea. So kudos to you, props to you for thinking of this deck. I don't know who else has thought of it before you, but I got it from you, and that's what I know, so I like it. Also, shout out to Fortune Ladies for the win. Me and you have gone back so far. It's been a nice time. I can't wait till tomorrow when we go to another local and see what other kids are running now, because I honestly don't think they're going to be running anything particularly special before what we've seen already. I know Dark World's going to be heavy. I know Christia's going to be heavy. I know there's going to be some weird creative Twilight crap, but I don't think anybody's going to be running an interesting deck there, and that's sad. But you know what? That's what's going to happen probably. Once again, this is Straight Classics with an exclusive. Deuces, I'm out.